Hi everybody, it's Patti, Rockstar Mom. Welcome to my channel. Today is another Get Ready With Me. Again, this is just an everyday look for me. And it's what I would do when I get up in the morning and get ready for my day. It's nothing special. I can usually do this because I'm not talking in about 10 minutes. So it's really quick, really easy. The hair is really quick, really easy. Now today, I'm going to introduce a couple of new products that I've been using for just a very few days. The first one is a CoverGirl foundation, and the second is a product by M.Asam that you can put on either before your makeup or after your makeup. So I'm going to use both of those products new. As I said, I've been using them for just 2 or 3 days, and you can see how it works with me and how it works with my skin. And then we can talk more about the whole look and how I feel about both of these new products at the very end of the video. I'm very anxious to hear what you think about it too, and if there's something that that maybe you think you would enjoy. Well, let's just get this started. And right off the bat, I know that so many of you are going to ask me how I have done my hair today, because this is a style that I'm sure so many of you will want to duplicate and wear out in your everyday life. A while back I did a video and I had rollers in my hair, and I had so many questions about where did I get the rollers, what were they, and also the clips. Well, let me tell you, these rollers I have had for, oh my gosh, years. But you can get them anywhere. They're just those Velcro rollers, the pink Velcros. I even saw them at the Dollar Tree the other day, and they're like 1.5 inches or 2 inches. I'm not real particular, but basically that's what it looks like. And then the clips, these clips are, they're either the original ones that came with my hot rollers, or at one point I had lost a couple and I bought some more, and I think I got these at Sally's. So that's what they are. In case you were wondering still, or if you were gonna ask again, but as I said, I know that this look is something that all of you, or many of you, will want for yourselves, because, oh my gosh, it's different, isn't it? I guess it's my Pomodoro. Okay, so a few weeks ago, I was flipping channels, came across either, I believe it was HSN, and they were doing a presentation of a product that I've seen the line presented before, but over the years, but I've never purchased it. And this line is the M.Asam, A-S-A-M, and I think they're out of Germany. So they were presenting this product that caught my attention, and it was called the Perfect, and I believe it's pronounced Teint, but it's spelled T-E-I-N-T 2. It says peptide-complex. And I will try to zoom in on this so that you can see it. Now, this container was what they were really selling, I think, because it has crystals all over the lid. In looking, you can buy this product without this crystal lid on it, but they were really promoting this special edition of this because of the pretty lid. And I think this also comes in a tinted color. But so it's Perfect Teint, T-E-I-N-T 2. And what this does is it can be used as a primer before you put your makeup on. It smooths out and blurs lines and pores, is what I understand. And so you can put it on under your makeup, your foundation. You can put it on over your foundation. And that was what got me more than anything, was the fact that I could put it on over my foundation. And I will tell you that the models they used to do that application, it was a great result, because they would show one side of the face without and one side of the face with. The model would only use it on one side of the face. So I'm going to try to look at this. It says you apply this directly onto fine lines or thinly onto the whole face after you use your usual skincare and or makeup. So, and yeah, it's made in Germany. And they said this is the biggest seller in their product line in the United States. And I've used similar products in the past to this, but just didn't, for whatever reason, didn't keep using them. Now, what I thought I would do, and by the way, when this came in a few days ago, it was delivered late in the afternoon. I had had my makeup on all day, and it was really starting to settle in all the fine lines, especially under my eyes, right here, my forehead. So I unboxed it, went straight into the bathroom in front of my makeup mirror, and I started dabbing it on under my eyelids. And oh my goodness, it was almost immediate. It just blurred everything out. I put it here. I only did it on one side of my face, and I did it on my lip lines on this side and right through here. And really didn't think a whole lot more about it until I went to clean my face that night, to wash my face and put my lotions and potions on, and I realized that it had not changed. There really was a difference. I mean, Jim never said to me, have you done something to one side of your face? But so it wasn't that hugely noticeable, because trust me, he would have said something. But I do like this. So what I thought I would do today with it is I'm going to put it on this side of my face before I use my foundation. And then on this side of the face, I will use it after my foundation. And we'll see what the difference is. I don't have extremely large pores, so I'm not worried about that. So and I did have learned it doesn't take very much. It's very thick. Can you, I hope you, let me see. Maybe you can see it against that wall back there. So, it's silky smooth. Oh my goodness. It feels wonderful. I'm going to take just a little bit more. Now, looking in my mirror, I can tell a difference. It doesn't change any of my sunspots or anything else, but this side of my face definitely looks a little more matte, a little more blur. So I've really not bought makeup or foundation in a while, because I have some foundations that I'm trying so hard to use up before they go bad, and I do have some foundations that are on the verge of going bad. So, I thought the other day I was in CVS for something else, and I thought, I'm just going to look at CoverGirl. I am 76, just turned 76. And I'm pretty sure I have been, I know I've been wearing makeup now since I was 16 or 17 years old. I've been wearing foundation, so 50 years I've been wearing makeup. 60 years I've been wearing makeup. And I've used the CoverGirl Outlast lip stains over the past few years, but I have never used any other CoverGirl product. I know for a fact I've never used any foundation. So I thought, I'm going to try a CoverGirl foundation. And I started looking at all the different foundations, and I thought, oh my gosh, why in the world did I not research this first to find out maybe what is best, what I should be using. I just read some labels and decided on the CoverGirl Outlast All Day Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation. Has a broad spectrum SPF 20, and I got the medium beige, which is usually what I wear in most products. It says it provides all-day flawless coverage, lasting power of primer, coverage of a concealer, and blendability of a foundation in one, and it's shine-free. So it's in a pump. I've been using this for the last couple of days, and I'm not going to say whether I like it or not until after I put it on, and then we'll decide together. But what I'm going to do is just put a couple of drops on the back of my hand, and I'm going to use a brush. This is just, I think this is a Target brush, their brand. I don't remember what it is. This, you have to be real careful with this. It's watery. It's already running, but it's just very thick. You might want to try a beauty blender or with your fingers. So I'm just going to dab this in. This foundation, this medium beige, is in the summer months, because you can see my neck and my chest and my arms, is definitely lighter, but I'm going to warm it up a bit. I would much rather have my foundation lighter. In the winter months, this will be fine. If it's lighter, I can always warm it up with bronzers. You may hear Biscuit pitter-pattering on the floor, his little toenails on the hardwood floor. He's running around. Sounds like he's having breakfast. But he got a new toy yesterday, and it's the funniest thing. It makes this weird sound, and you'll probably hear it. It's hard to describe the sound. I still have some spots showing through, so I'm gonna put just a tiny little bit more. And I am dabbing and blending out. So we'll see about that. Now, I'm not going to know until I edit this what it looks like in the camera, but when I look at it in my mirror, this side of my face definitely looks different. Oops, wrong brush. I don't see as many little tiny fine lines. Did you hear it? There it is again. I see a lot more lines on this side of my face. All right. We're going to let this settle in. I'm going to do my eyebrows. Yeah, I have all this foundation. I've sort of toyed with doing maybe foundation Fridays, not every single Friday. Let me know in the comments below what you think about it. Maybe doing a foundation Friday, which a lot of people do. And now he's running. But rather than go out and buy new foundations just to do that, use the foundations that I have that I'm trying to use up, the ones that I think are still fresh enough, ones that are still available, and that way I can sort of decide if it's something that I might want to try again or purchase again. And it might give you, those of you who are in my age range, an idea too of some things that maybe you haven't tried yet. I firmly believe that not every single product is made for every single person. What works for me may not work for you, and what works for you may not work for me. We're different, and that's what makes us so neat, is we're different. Okay, let's do our eyes, and I'm going to use my Laura Geller Kajol Long Wear Eyeliner. I really do like this, and look, I still have so much of this left. I have well over an inch. I have been using this every day for a couple of months. I just like it. Oops, I turned my light off. So I'm going to do my waterline. Why is it that I can't talk when I'm doing something like that? And by the way, I want to make clear, because I have some new subscribers, some new viewers, a lot of you actually. This is not a tutorial. These videos where I just sit and talk while I get dressed are not tutorials. I am not an expert. This is just how I do it. That's all I can say. This is how I do it. It's come from trial and error. It's come from watching YouTube videos. It's just what works for me. And what works for me today may no longer work for me tomorrow or next week or 6 months from now. That's part of this aging process with our faces. It's part of, it's just part of a part of aging. And I've said this a zillion times before, it seems like. I don't care what anyone else does with their face. If we want to have any type of procedures, facelifts, fillers, injectables, it doesn't matter with me, because it's our faces. We should be able to do what we want to do and not be criticized one way or the other. For me personally, I've chosen just to let it happen. I'm gonna just see how I age, and some days I question my decision, but most days I don't question my decision at all. Okay. I also purchased the other day the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Eyeshadow, in the color combination called Canyon Classic. And that's what it looks like. Let me open it and show you. All right. And by the way, I'm going to use my color sweep or color swipe, and I will put a link to this. This is how I clean my eyeshadow brush between colors. So I am going to just take a brush, and I think this is, well, it's a Sephora Pro Tapered Crease, number 19. I use this brush a lot, and I usually start off with just brushing it across that. And I'm going to put this color right there all over my lid. it doesn't list the names of the colors. So I didn't notice it, or I don't notice it as much with this light color as I do the darker gray, but I'm going to put this all over my lid. These shadows have a tremendous amount of fallout. They really kick up, if you know what I mean. I have to tap my brush off because it picks up so much color, which I don't like. So I'm putting that all over my lid. This is just my everyday eyeshadow look. Okay, next I'm going to go into this dark gray. And it doesn't look dark. It looks darker on my eye than it looks in the pan here. But again, I'm just barely going to touch it. Now, I've learned through trial and error not to tap it there. I have a paper towel on my counter and I'm tapping it off, and I wish you could see what I tapped off. And I'm putting this on my mobile lid. As a matter of fact, I am dipping my brush into what I've tapped off on that paper towel. And I'm going up on my brow bone. This is my eye that droops so much. Okay, I need to go back in the pan now. Grab a little more. Ooh. Got a lot that time. We don't have to wait until I get this look done. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I would never buy this again. This healthy, whatever it's called, the healthy eyeshadow palette. So basically, I'm just covering my whole lid. I read your comments, and I know that there are some of you who think that as we get older, especially my age, that we shouldn't wear dark eyeshadow. And that's okay. I'm going to darken it up in this outer corner. But for me personally, if I get the dark up on this brow bone that's drooping, it makes it recede. I brought another kit in here because I thought I might use it, or another palette, this Makeup Forever. And by the way, I'm going to list everything below this time. I'll make sure I do. So if you see any of this and think you might want it, you can certainly get it. There's a charcoal gray color right there that I'm going to just put my brush in. And there literally is no fallout at all with this. Granted, this Makeup Forever palette is more expensive, probably not a whole lot more than that Physicians Formula. I tell you, drugstore makeup, I don't know if you've noticed it or if it's just me, but drugstore makeup, oh my gosh, it's getting to be as expensive as Ulta and Sephora and what we consider as high-end. Okay, well, wiping this off again, and I'm going to go back in to the light color and go back up under my brow. Okay, as you know, like with everything, I like to let everything settle. Go on with something else. I already see that I have pretty much wiped off this tail that I drew on. But I like to let things settle. And then, you know, come back. I'm going back to this Makeup Forever, and I have this little brush. It's by Urban Decay. I've had it for a long time. It's like a dual end. It's a shadow brush on this end and a real little pointed brush on this end, and it's real stiff. So I'm going to go into actually the black and just pick up a little bit and hit the outer corner of my eye. I am way past a cat eye. I am way past that little flick that a lot of the girls do. Because my eye's drooping, that flick would be jagged. Okay. I think that's got it. Wipe that off. If you've watched any of my last few videos, you know that I've really been enjoying the Bare Minerals Love Every Lash Mascara, and I do like it. But I was in Ulta redeeming or picking up my birthday gift, and what they are giving, at least at my store this year, is the Lancome Celebrate Big Trial Size Mascara. And this is the little package it came in, and it says up to 12 times more volume. And so it's called, it looks like it's called Monsieur Big. And this is what it looks like. Oops. The brush. And by the way, I did bend slightly my wand. I've been bending my wands on mascara for these same 60 years that I've been wearing makeup. But it's something, you know, all those many years ago, I don't remember where I saw it. But in all these years, I think I've bent every single mascara. I've come across a couple that won't bend. Whatever the wand is made out of, it won't let you bend it. You have to be really, really careful. In all of the years of doing it, I've only broken 2 that I can remember. So just be careful if you do it. And I'll show you what. Okay, if you haven't seen this before, I'm trying to, okay, I'll do it in front of my face. Bring it up to just where the bristles are inside the tube, and then just barely bend it, and you'll see. For me, what it's good for is doing, if you're right-handed, doing your left eye. If you're left-handed, doing your right eye. The other eye is easy. But, you know, you've got your arms out, you've got them twisted, you're holding your mouth funny. I've never understood. Every once in a while a mascara will come out with a bent wand, but I've just never understood why everyone doesn't do it. But I'm liking this mascara. I have a few clumps over here. None over here. I tell you, let me try this. It's a different brush. You can see I've bent it. This Lancome is still pretty, the mascara in the tube is still pretty wet. Okay. What shall we do next? I think, you know what? I think my face is so white. I'm going to try. This is, still has the plastic cover on it. This is the Anastasia Contour Cream Kit. I have had this forever. And I've used it some, and I mainly use this when I do need to warm up some makeup that is too light for my skin. I mean, I'm looking in the monitor there, and you can see how light my face is compared to my chest. So I'm gonna try this one right here. Ooh. And I'm also gonna see if I can correct my chin and just use my same. Oh, nope, I think I'm gonna use this brush. It's a Mally brush. And that is thick and probably needs to be thrown away. Way too thick. Okay, well, maybe that helped just a little bit. Going to use my Rockateur blush. I am loving this. This is my favorite all-time blush by Benefit. Only comes in one color, Rockateur. I believe that's right. We'll see how that works. And I'm going to go in and with my Laura Geller liner, I did not bring a Q-tip in with me. I'm going to do some concealer now. I like to do this last. This is my e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer in Medium Sand. I have maybe 3 of these. I bought them all at the same time, and they're all 3 very almost identical in color. So I just pick up one. And I'm going to use the same brush I did my foundation with and just dab it in. and out onto my temple. To me, that brings my face up. Get up close to my eyeliner, or my eyeliner there, but I want to make sure and bring it up here. And just and today again I'm going to use my Rimmel Cafe au Lait lip liner. Biscuit has gotten awfully quiet. He must be asleep. And my Milani Pink Frost 09. Before I use the Perfect Teint, let's talk about this foundation. I don't like it. I like the fact that it dries down. Aside from the fact that it could be a deeper shade, which is my fault, it's okay. It's just okay. Maybe I ordered or purchased the wrong one for my skin. Maybe one of the other CoverGirl foundations would be better for me. It just doesn't have quite the coverage that I like initially. So with that being said, I will use it, but it's not my favorite. Now, let's try this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look sort of straight here. Okay, I took a screenshot with my camera. And now let's try some of this. Now, one thing I've noticed, and this happened to me before, is in patting and dabbing, I've taken my concealer off. So let's apply just a little more concealer. I'm going to let that, and then I'm going to I'm using the tiniest little bit. This I went back and read the reviews on this, and the people who liked it loved it, and and most of the people who liked it, who reviewed it, it seemed like said that they felt like the reason the people who gave it bad reviews was because they were using too much. This is not one of those products that dries and gets tight. This seems to blend in to your makeup, to your skin, and just gives it a blurred look. And it for me, after a few hours, if I touch this, it still feels soft and silky. It doesn't feel wet. It just feels soft and silky. Okay. Now, I'm going to try to do this again. Okay, I took a screenshot of that. Now, let me do two things. I'm looking in this mirror. Let me look in my mirror here. I don't know. What do you think? I look at it one way and I like around my eye this side better. I think my lips and the side of my face, this side is better. I just like the finish on this side better. So I think for me, maybe using it under my foundation like a primer, and then if I need afterwards to touch up a few spots, I can do that. But I like this product as a whole. I don't know that I would use this every single day in my everyday life, just to do what I do, not being employed outside the home. Right now, not doing anything where I need to look super presentable. I would not use this every day, but I guarantee you for special occasions or when I need to look just a notch up, I would definitely use this. I'll put a link to that too. So, all right, let's see here what we can do with this hair. I've just got a big old banana clip. This hot summer weather, and it is hot here in Florida. I wear it just twisted in the back. I never even look at it. I probably should. Sometimes if I have any curl in my hair, these ends are a little bit curly. I need to bring a comb. We'll just go with that. You guys are just the greatest. I mean, you are absolutely the greatest. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't subscribed yet, I sure hope you will. And you know how to do it. And also hit the little bell so that you'll be notified every single time I post a video. It was one of those channels that, because you liked that video so much, you binge watched every channel. This young woman, and she is young, has a very large subscriber base on her YouTube channel, although she doesn't have very many videos posted. She's only been on YouTube a short period of time. She did have a very large Instagram follower base, and I'm sure that's why her YouTube channel is so large now, is because those followers came over to YouTube. I do not follow her on Instagram, but I definitely subscribed to her channel, and I clicked the little bell because I wanted to make sure that every single time she posted a video, I saw it immediately so that I could watch it. And I have absolutely fallen in love with her. I think many of you will like her too. Her channel name is A Girl and the Word, and she is just delightful. She has no idea that I even exist because I do not comment under her videos. I like every video that I watch because so far I've really enjoyed every video that I've watched, but I've not commented, so she doesn't know who I am. But I think many of you, I think you'll like her. So I will link her channel below in the description box. Don't forget to go down there and look for it and click on it. And let me know what you think about her. Come back under this video after you've watched her. Even if you've already commented under this video, come back and comment a second time. YouTube will let you do that. Comment a second time and let me know what you think about her. A different perspective, I would say. And I'll just leave it at that. So again, thank you so much. I love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.